Yeah, so we're doing Trivia Tuesday here. I took last week off, but anyway, we're right back at it. And the question of what is the most amount of matches that I've wrestled in one 24-hour period? That would be 11. That was at the Hunger Slam event, or carried over with the Hunger Slam event. The Hunger Slam was a 24. I hope that there's some Ricky Gibson, Eddie Pearl, Eric Wright. I hope you're watching this because you can chime in and know what this event was like. But it was a 24-hour event put on West Coast Wrestling Connection, and the deal was there were some fans that stayed the full 24 hours. We tried to wrestle the full 24 hours. And the deal is, it started off hot, and like the deal was you would just put your name right into, like if you were who your match was or whatever. There was a 24/7 championship that kind of went, the Hunger Slam championship. So we just kind of kept doing everything and going through. That was great. So anyway, as the night goes on and less people are more conditioned to kind of do it, because it was supposed to, in a perfect world, this would all be in shifts. Like, this is the whole deal. The whole deal would be is it would be in shifts. But then people started dropping off. People didn't show up. So you just kind of put everything together, and then you had to get creative with what kind of matches. So we had a Falls Count Somewhere match. We had a loser takes a nap match, or the winner gets to take a nap. So it was a gauntlet match that just kept going. We did so many 8-man tags. I feel like so many of us were banged up. I wrestled at 1:30 a.m. I wrestled a 60-minute 4-way Ironman match. And I tried to go to sleep right around 3, and then was woken up at 6:30, and I was sleeping in a sleeping bag in this back room, and it was cold because every time the door opened, you would feel that breeze come in. So the deal was I got woken back up because people didn't show up, and then I had to go back out there, and I've never been so miserable putting on sweaty gear again and being cold and my body was like aching and upset, and that's probably the most fed up I've ever been at a wrestling show physically, being that way. And the only saving grace of this whole thing is D'Lo Brown saying, we did something really good. It was a fundraiser, and we raised money, and we raised the ability for, like, people brought food as donations, and so a lot of families for Christmas were able to have a Christmas dinner. And when you think about what you did that's good, you're always like, yeah, that was a good thing. But I did have one goal, and that's why I ended up wrestling as much as I did. My one goal is I always looked at a lot of guys who were like veterans of the scene, and they only wrestled like once a month, and I never really understood that. I get it. You're going by the time that you're in. Some people even count the time in between retirements as well. But the thing is what I just didn't get is, like, you wrestle 12 matches a year, and you think that you have say over people. So I wanted to wrestle about as many matches as some guys wrestled in 1 year in 1 weekend. And between Hunger Slam and this, I got to 11. So yeah, almost did it. Almost got to 12.